Hey Virgo, welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look into the mysteries of our lives. Please note these videos are for advanced students of life only. Please be trained in self-examination, have a concept of human history, a few of the sciences, a little bit of alchemy, a little bit of metaphysics, know a little bit of psychology, etc. All right. Also important to note, this video will contain adult language. Viewer discretion is advised. All right. Now, Virgo, this is where you're located. All right. That's what you're dealing with, Virgo. That's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with the ancestors. See there? The ancestors. Dealing with the ancestors. This is the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot deck that we're pulling from, speaking from. And so, final judgment, when it's all said and done, that's what you're dealing with. Understanding and having a new respect for the worth and meaning of your actions. All right? Understanding that you have to give the proper respect to things in order to receive favor from the ancestors. Okay? The ancestors are not to be trifled with, as you probably well know. All right? You don't want to trifle with the ancestors. Okay? These are former human beings. They know what you're dealing with, but now they've got supernatural power. All right? Just saying. Get your shit together, people, okay? Yeah, so the ancestors. So you're learning about the worth and meaning of your actions. You're learning that you do have power. What you do does matter. What you do does affect things. And sometimes permanently. Sometimes permanently. And that's the final judgment. There's no getting around the final judgment. Okay? Now, Man Brigitte in this group is the judgment card. Okay? But it's more like a court card. It's more like a balanced justice type of situation. With the ancestors, they kind of supersede all of that. You know, they don't care too much about the little things. Okay? In terms of, you know, little efforts and little drops in the bucket to pretend to be respectful. They're not into pretense. Okay, you do it or you don't do it. Okay? There's no other way to go about it. All right, so there you go. That's your GPS coordinates, metaphysically speaking. All right? That's what you're dealing with. Let's get to the main event, shall we? Headphone people, please lower your headphones. I'm about to shuffle. I call forth accurate answers, accurate interpretations of those answers, and the wise and skillful application of the guidance that we receive here today for the benefit of all beings. It is so. All right, Virgo, Virginator. All right, let's see what you got. Talk to me. Well, let's fly over and check out the weather where Virgo is. All right, let's see. All right, looking good, looking good. Oh, you got to put down the smackdown, huh? Okay, all right, you're determined. All right, I got you. I got you. Okay, so far, and the bottom line and the basic bottom line is this: you got to fix some things. You're determined, and it needs that level of determination. It does. But you can clearly see that. This card shows me that you can clearly see the need to fix a thing. All right, but here is where you need to establish yourself. You need to put it down. You know, establish your will. Establish who you are. Establish. This is tuning into the masculinity. Okay, this is tuning into your masculine energy, the Emperor. Okay, this is the Emperor card. All right, so this is about testicular fortitude. This is about the wisdom of the penis. This is about respecting the cock. This is about being the man of the house. This is about asserting your will. It could also represent protection, providing, things that are traditionally associated with masculinity or manliness, okay, for us binary people, all right? Also, establishing boundaries, being firm in your beliefs, being very firm. I see a consistency here. You are determined. You are firm. You're going to fix something. You're going to fix it. Okay? You see that the disease may be on its way to manifesting. You're going to put a stop to this. Okay? Or something is coming, and it's wrong, it's toxic, you're going to cut it out. Okay? Whatever that is. Okay? Also a containment of internal and external pressure. A lot of that. But you got this. It appears that you got this. Although you do want to hurry up and fix this. All right. So let's go deeper. Let's find out about this. Oh, I see. You want to provide for someone in particular. I see an authoritative female here. Okay. Confident in her authority. And authority in life. She has a lot of wisdom about life and death. So the living death, if we could get into that briefly, for those of you who just got into the advanced class, living death is more along the lines of when you feel like you're dying, and to some degree, like when you have a broken heart, and to some degree you are dying. It's actually happening. And yes, if it's excruciating, then all systems are operating normally. Okay? All systems are operating normally, which should give you some comfort because that is good news. Everybody's system does not operate normally. I promise you that. Okay? So, here, she knows a lot about death. She knows a lot about life. She knows about losing the ego, being hurt, losing your face, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? When you got to pick your face up off the ground, you know about that. So yeah, she knows about that. Okay. But she's sitting pretty. She's not worried about the shit that might jump out of the swamp, like most people have to worry about it. You know, because she knows how to approach the swamp. So the shit in the swamp is like, oh hey girl, what's up? I'm glad you came by. Hey girl, hey. Like they say, the young people. Okay, let's move on. All right. Firm in your belief. You're holding a boundary. And there's a realization that you need to have those boundaries. I'm going to go ahead and guess that's the configuration here. Because we got boundaries and then we have cooperation. Okay? As in the marketplace. Okay, we've got cooperation. So I'm going to guess maybe you're cooperating too much. And you need to have some boundaries. All right? But as long as you have those boundaries, everything will be cool. If nobody don't start none, then there won't be none. Okay? But if they do want to get it popping, you got something for them on both sides. Okay? We could be hot or we could be cold. Okay? We can handle this like some gentlemen, or we can go outside and handle this like some thugs. Okay? It's up to you. All right? But here's the boundary. All right? And that led to, or gave rise to, or came from, was inspired by the realization on which your very existence depends. Let's move on. Okay, somebody's disappointed. You feel the need to fix it. Or you're disappointed and you feel the need to fix it, or somebody disappointed you. Disappointment is in the weather. Somebody wants to fix it. That's in your weather. Okay, I don't know which one is who. You can figure it. Okay, it could be one, the other, or both of you. Whoever's the star of your show right now. You know what it is. Who am I describing? Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. So either you or the person, one or the other, or both, all right, are being pretty willful. You're pretty willful. And somebody's been there, done that. You know, somebody might be brooding about this authoritative woman, wanting to establish their will over this authoritative woman. And perhaps she is difficult to deal with. Perhaps. You know, authoritative women and how they can be. You know? So, this guy, you know, he's brooding. He's kind of feeling dark. He's kind of thinking about, yeah, this is how life goes, you know, how it is, or whatever. But somebody wants to be the emperor. Okay? And I get the sensation that someone is kicking rocks. Okay? Let's just get a little bit more bottom line juice on this. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I see. I see. All right. So okay. I got you. I got you. Somebody needs to get some dough. For those of you who ain't from the hood, dough is money, right? That's old school from the 20th century. You're welcome. um, Yeah, let me just reflect on this because I'm getting like this has got several different roads leading in, several different configurations that this message is playing out in. All right. One of them is money. Um, this tearing and wrenching, you're waiting for money, you're looking for money, you're watching to see where the money is going to come from. Your life depends on it. You're setting boundaries. You don't want to be too cooperative with people, all right? Because you got to get what you deserve for what you're bringing, okay? And abruptly come up. You're trying to come up suddenly. You're trying to badow. You know what I'm saying? One of those. You're trying to badow. All right? So, also it could be, you know, turbulent for you. You're learning, you're growing. There's growth. You know, you might be doing something, you might be doing some security work, okay? And you don't like it perhaps. But you're growing. You are coming up, all right? But it is excruciating perhaps. Okay? These are several different configurations here, but definitely some pain was caused to someone. Some pain was caused to someone. You feel the need to fix it. I'm going to put it as you since I'm talking to you, okay? But if that's not what it is, you reconfigure it, all right? But this is the bottom line. Whether somebody wants to fix something, I'm going to put it as you. You want to fix something. Some disappointment that was caused, some pain that was caused. You want to fix it, okay? You trying to come up. Somebody's confident and authoritative. You want to be the authority figure. So you mad. You don't know how to do it. Because you don't know, I guess, what this authoritative woman knows. Or this authoritative female energy knows. Very earthy energy. Okay? Earthy energy. And this is air. Yeah. Somebody might have, you know, tried to conquer her. And no bueno. You know, the conquering thing undid it because she's authoritative. She can't be conquered. All you could do is become something that understands her and relates to her. You know, something that's a part of her repertoire. You know, some of these mini beasts that she loves and cares for and understands them. She wants something to, come maybe to her and understand her. But either way, it has to be this peaceful exchange. It can't be like conquering. Okay? It has to be a peaceful exchange because you're speaking to another authority figure. You might be the emperor, but this is an empress energy. So you're not just going to walk up on the empress and tell her what to do. That's not how it goes down. So you got to find a way to be the emperor alongside another high level authority figure. Like, how do you be an authority with another authority? What's higher than number one? That's what you got to figure out. Okay? Because she's apparently figured it out. Okay? And so that's why she's so slippery, and that's why she's so hard to hold, because you can't fake this. You can't fake this. You can't pretend with this woman because she knows too much. She knows too much. All right, so you got to get your money up. That's what you're doing. Okay, it's excruciating perhaps, but you got to fix this pain and disappointment that was caused. Okay? So let's look into the money thing. This is where I'm finding most of the difficulty. This looks well established. Like, this looks like something you already know. You know what it is. Okay, this is the uncertainty, it looks like. And this is what you're sure of as well. Like, this is the end result. You want this shit fixed. Okay, this shit need to be fixed. So that's kind of, it is what it is. Let's find out about this. Let's find out about this dough, these boundaries, these revelations, these stormy weathers. All right. Got some stormy weather. All right. So Ogun is one of our warrior gods in Yoruba. Warrior spirits. Okay, you feel pressure to communicate. There's a great containment of internal and external pressure. There's a lot of pressure coming from in and out. The coal is coming from inside the house, apparently. Uh-oh. You hoping you didn't burn a bridge. Yeah. You're hoping you didn't burn a bridge. You're feeling like the ancestors are telling you, you better say something. You better say something. And you're hoping that it's a way through. You're hoping so. But I'm going to guess that if the ancestors are telling you, you better say something, they're communicating with you, like they're trying to put the pressure on you, the ancestors are doing it. They're putting the pressure on you because you need to make that move. It's simple. You burnt down a bridge that you actually needed to cross. This is no bueno. Okay? You're doing it wrong. Okay? That's not how we walk across the bridge. All right? But you're human. We're all human. Everybody's burned a bridge once or twice, right? I try not to burn bridges I want to walk across, though. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. That's a little beginner class shit right there. Okay? We won't dwell on that sort of thing. All right. Okay. Yeah. Somebody was playing. Yeah, with destiny. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was playing with destiny. Let me tell you what that's like. Playing with destiny is like tossing an infant up in the air. No, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about that sweet toss up in the air like that dads do to the babies, and the moms get scared, but of course the babies are safe and the dads love the baby. And no, that's sweet. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, imagine if the baby is like sitting on the floor playing pleasantly, right? Looking at the baby, you're like, oh, yes, you are. You baby, yeah, you are, right? And then somebody reaches down, grabs the baby's ankle, and then flings them in the air. And then catches them. Yeah. No, the baby's okay. The baby wasn't going to hit the ground. But the baby had no idea that they were okay and that they weren't going to hit the ground. According to the baby, just as soon as the fling action started to really open up, that is when the great big existential questions started to cross this baby's mind. Okay, they probably leapt forward in their enlightenment and their understanding right there, like, oh my God, who am I? Where do I live? What am I doing here? What's life all about? Is this how it's all going to end? All right. And so, in other words, you don't play with destiny. Who does that? Who does it? Okay, you don't do it. The proper care ensures favorable outcome. All right. However, it also shows that there's potential. There's a lot of potential here. All right. So be glad, just like a child. There's a lot of potential. You don't fling them in the air. You don't do it. Okay. But there's a lot of potential here to rejuvenate a thing, to have a new destiny be born. Okay. However, I would take care, because you won't be able, chances are, to turn around and choose a new road. Okay, so that hence the destructive aspect, because for instance, that child scenario, the child doesn't hit the ground, but what have you done? You've caused that child to have a trauma. Okay, so you may not have harmed the body of the child, but now you've harmed the child emotionally, and you've harmed the child psychologically, because now they don't trust. Now they can't play as happily. Now they actually have a worry in life where they never knew to worry before. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you don't ruin innocence. Okay, when everything's okay, nobody's broken anybody's trust, everybody's trusted as of then, that you leave it like that. You preserve that. You preserve that trust. You don't introduce poison into the river. All right? And if you know that already, please spread the word. Virgo, please spread the word. Moving right along. Oh yeah, someone had to abruptly sacrifice something. Sacrifice access to beyond the veil, if that makes sense to you. That's what I'm seeing here. Someone was forced to sacrifice having access to higher knowledge, forced to sacrifice having access to adult privileges. Boy, oh boy, that sounds terrible. Because that's like not just a loss of freedom. That's very specific, very specific. So, and it was torn away abruptly, it appears. On some level, it felt abrupt. That much we know, okay? This can go anywhere from mild to cataclysmic, all right? So either way, you feel it. You feel this. This thing I'm talking about, what I'm pointing to right now, you can feel this, okay? In your emotions. You can feel this in your gut. Like your biochemicals are shifting, okay? Definitely. Around this. So whatever I'm describing here, all right? But you lost something. You lost an awareness. You lost access. You lost adult privileges. Whatever that means. Okay, I see childness here regarding the marketplace. Boundaries. And there's a pressure. Okay, something tells me you're working some karma out. You did something. The ancestors are trying to tell you you don't do that. Because ... all of the things I said here, take proper care, that sort of thing, communicate, okay, form those boundaries and hold them tight, okay, form them, hold them tight, and you need to realize that it's not a game. It's not a game. There's a way to have a clear path, and that means proper care has to be taken, period. Or else. Okay, don't you love the ancestors? They will threaten you, okay? Yes. Yes. All right. So, okay, for those super sensitive people who just responded to they will threaten you, let me talk to you guys. Calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. All right. To everybody else, I want you to have a fantastic August. It was lovely talking to you. For personal readings, please see the description below and follow the procedures there, and I'll get you all hooked up. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. Thank you for coming, and thank you for taking a look behind the black veil. See you when I see you. Peace.